I'm not entirely sure how we ended up here, and to be honest, I never thought I would have to do a video on this subject, but I still get so many questions, so obviously there's a lot of confusion out there. So let's set this straight. You can't master a beat. Let's talk about it.
Hands on my neck, hands grip my throat. Lift me up, man, take control.
Hello everyone, welcome back to MixPlus TV. Hope you're having a great day. Before we start, please check the info box down below for more mixing courses on Pro Mix Academy. Free plugins, special offers and discounts, new every month. And if you want to support the channel, but most important, if you want to up your mix and mastering game, click the join button down here, become a member and access the already big and always growing library of in-depth professional mix and mastering courses, tutorials and video here on the channel. Members only exclusive material. You also get mix consultations with me via Skype or email. In there you will also find all the links to follow my artist Bella Kelly, because we are about to release the second single video and it's gonna be a bomb. Let's get to the video. So as the title say, you can't master a beat. And some people will go, what are you talking about? Everybody masters their beat all the time. Please understand the basics. And like I said at the beginning, I have no idea. Well, I kind of have an idea how we got here. Because when people say mastering a beat, as in a vocal later on will be recorded on it, that is complete nonsense. Mastering, by definition, is the last processing taking place at the end of the production of a song, okay? First, there's the recording part, which if you work with loops, Fruit Loop Studio, and computer-based music, you don't record actual instruments, okay? But you still record vocals. Then there's mixing, and then there's mastering. Mastering happens after mixing, and you can't even mix a song if there's no vocal in it. Arguably the most important element of a song. And of course, it's easy to understand when and where this practice, malpractice, I would say, started. Beat makers make the beat, they send it around, and an artist, a singer, a rapper picks it up and then records vocal on it. This part of the process, recording vocal last, after the music has been written and arranged, it didn't really start with hip-hop or trap or any other modern genre. In all the other genres since the beginning of time, it's common practice to record vocal last. Some people record a scratch vocal first, but many bands and artists write the music first and then they think at the vocal melody at the top line and then record that after. There's nothing strange or unusual in this process. What is strange and unusual is that beat makers start to, first of all, mix their beat, so to speak. Why so to speak? Because if your beat is a finished song, so that is the instrumental part, but you're missing the main element, which is the vocal, you're not mixing a song, you're mixing a beat, which in this case would still fall into production. You're producing your beat, okay? You are picking the sounds and doing all the EQ and compression, whatever it is. That is still not mixing, that is producing. That is the sounds that you want. Later on, vocals will be recorded on it and the whole package should be sent to a mix engineer to be mixed. And then after the mix, the mastering. Why? Well, simply because this is how it works. You don't stick the vocals on a beat like a sticker on a car. You usually build the mix around the vocal, arguably, again, the most important element in a mix. But this way to do things became normal, became common practice, so is now accepted, even if the results, I can assure you, will always be inferior compared to instead of having the two-track beat, then record vocals and then try to mix and fit that vocal into this two-track. You will send all the single tracks and all the single tracks of vocals to a mix engineer to mix. That is no doubt. Now, the concerning part is that lately, I've been going for a while actually now, people have been mastering their beats, which makes even less sense than mixing a beat. Because if you miss the main element and then glue everything together, how can you even master, just go to the next stage with that unfinished product, unfinished mix, unfinished song, because there's no vocal in it, and go to the mastering stage? You understand that that makes no sense. While people started to do this? Well, because beat makers send beats around to artists, right? and they want their beat to sound as loud as the final product that they hear on the radio, or at least as loud as all the other beats around, which is understandable. And if I was a beat maker, I would do that too, just like we master for commercial levels, okay? Because there's competition out there. And if there's one thing that tricks our brain is level. So your beat sounds a little lower than the others, you have less chances, let's put it this way, that the artist is gonna pick yours, unless it's so amazing and unless the artist is aware of that difference and knows that, you know, the end result, the final songs will be at the same level, which is very unlikely. The problem here really is the term used, mastering or master, okay? What people do usually is they take their beat, their finished beat, and they slap a limiter on it. Or maybe they just put a little bit of compression, a little bit of EQ. That's just, first of all, would be 2-bus processing, which is not mastering. And second, the purpose of this final action is simply to bring your beat to a good listening level so that the artist can compare to all the other beats, right? That's not mastering. You're just bringing the level up, which would be fine if you also provide the artist with the unlimited mix, and would be even better if you would provide the single tracks for the artist to record the vocal on. But if you don't want to send the single tracks or the stamps for whatever reason, at least provide the singer, the artist, the next producer that is gonna take care of the vocal with the unlimited version of your mix, because that's what should be used at least to record vocals. So I hope this clarified things, because I still get so many questions asking, should I master my beat before recording vocals, or should I record vocals on the same project where I do the beat? Well, where you record the vocals doesn't matter. You can bounce your beat and put a limiter on it, do whatever you want, and then record vocals on it on a different project. You can leave the project open and record vocals in the same project, it doesn't matter. What matters is what you do once you have the vocal tracks and the tracks from your beat. You put them together in one project and you mix everything. And then after that you go to mastering. But I know unfortunately way too often this doesn't happen. It has been somewhat normalized that you record vocals on this 2-track beat and then you mix the vocals, which again, there are not two universes separated from each other. It's one song. Not that I didn't mix vocals on 2-beat. I actually have courses here on the channel on how to mix vocals on a 2-track, on a beat, on a finished beat, because that's the way many people do things. It can work, it has been done. It is the best way? No, of course not. But you know, it is what it is. But from there to go to mastering, that's a whole different level, and I felt like maybe this video would clarify at least the terms. So this is it for this video. I hope it was useful. I hope you liked it. Leave the comments down below. Let me know what you think. Check the info box down below for free plugins, mixing courses. Follow my artist Bella Kelly. Click the join button, become a member. If you don't see the join button, I will put a direct link. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Stay safe. See you next time.